stunning city. We are...
Welcome to the post-match presentation for the bowl match between England and New Zealand, and England have gotten into the bowl final. Alongside me, I've got Rebecca Merritt, board member of Cricket Hong Kong, China, to award Ravi Bopara with the Player of the Match honour. Thank you, Rebecca. Ravi, second player of the match. You guys got into the bowl final. Are you happy now?
I guess so. It's always something to play for. It's actually done really well. The teams that missed out on the final, the proper final, we've still got something to play for. So.
Yeah, that's true. Did you enjoy this format, the sixes format?
Yeah, it's been brilliant. It's been great fun. I think you can learn a lot about your game in this, with obviously small boundaries and a very short period. You've got to get going pretty quickly. And the way cricket's going, the quicker you can start hitting the ball out of the park, the better career you're going to have in the short form.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. All the best for the final.
Thank you.
Thanks.
If there was one country where Ravi Bopara hadn't played a straight, it was Hong Kong, and even that is off the list now. One of the most well-travelled cricketers across the world. Got Hong Kong and Sandeep Chora. Some of the better catches that we have seen in the tournament. I'd like to bring in Aussie and Hong Kong cricketer Ryan Campbell. They make Yadav with that terrific catch.
Nagranie i
Got Hong Kong and Sandeep Chora. Some of the better catches that we have seen in the tournament. I'd like to bring in former Aussie and Hong Kong cricketer Ryan Campbell. They make Yadav with that terrific catch. And also Brad Hart, gentlemen.
Yeah, thanks, mate. The fielding here has been outstanding. With such a high-octane game, you really need your fielders. You've only got 4 of them. You really need them to step up, and we've seen some outstanding performances so far on this weekend.
Yeah, but we just saw South Africa get one over the previous game, but it's Nepal versus a heartbroken UAE. It's the plate semi-final. Coming to you live from Mission Grove Ground here in Bangkok, Hong Kong. The toss happened a little while ago. And it is UAE who won the toss. And just like yesterday, they have elected to field first. And Hoggy, here is the playing 11. Nepal, got to keep your eye out. Sandeep Chora, the captain.
Sandeep Chora is sensational, but for his mission as well, I think he's kept them in this tournament with some sensational bowling.
And that's the UAE lads, captained by Asif Khan. They're a little disappointed after going out late yesterday in the dark, but I'm sure they'll be ready to bounce back.
And they've got to reset. They've got to forget about what happened in that game against Bangladesh. They're in a plate semi-final. And Lokesh Bahadur is at the crease. First ball coming up from Akif Raja. That's a long run-up. It's a smallish crown. That's a long run-up. It's a smallish crown. That's a long run-up. It's It's a smallish crown. Once again, a little wayward, but not a heavy price to pay. Just a Nepal, this is their moment. Ryan Campbell has got a smile on his face, but they managed to beat Australia by 11 runs.
They were fantastic against Australia. Means so much to these players and the fans back in Nepal. Some of the most loyal and devoted fans in world cricket. Oh.
That's a beautiful pickup. It was on middle stump. He shuffled a little. That into the crowd for a massive 51 9 away from 500, gentlemen.
Got to cross his stumps, knowing that the bowler's going to attack those stumps. He favours the leg side, but again, he's been brilliant. He's chipped in with a couple of 20s and 30s against some big names.
Trying a similar shot. 14 on the board for Nepal. And just using that in parlance to what we are seeing, because 6 over game, a smallish boundary. Sure, Australia who have played a lot of cricket in this kind of a format, a shorter format, but Nepal, they've got to pat themselves on the back.
They've been the best team in the field. They've been the best team with the ball as well. They deserve to be where they are. They were very unlucky against Sri Lanka last night.
That's up in the air. There is a fielder getting under it, and he pounces on it. That's the first wicket. And it's Akib Raja.
Well, that's a big loss for Nepal. Losing their main batter, who scored 250s throughout the tournament. He was going big. Just a slower delivery. Bamboozled. Sandeep Ajora is out for 7. Nepal 14.
New batsman in. First wicket, that of the captain. Rashid joins in now. Sanchit Sharma, the new bowler. He's represent level in ODIs and T20s. Oh, some movement there, right? Well, there's been
So we wondered if there might be a little bit of swing, but this is the big got really done by didn't get much of the bat on it, only held out to miss.
That's another dot delivery. And Sanchit is clearly getting some movement. And Lokesh Bahadur Ram strikes a 4 or a 6 every 4.8 deliveries in T20s. That's not going to come in handy if you're playing in the Hong Kong Sixes.
It definitely is. He's missed the first couple. We were playing baseball. This could be the third one.
It's just been good bowling here from Sanchit. The ball before, just going away from him outside off stump, knowing that Lokesh wants to favour the leg side. That's something that Lokesh can add to his game. Look for scoring options on the offside rather than...
Interesting story about Sanchit. We'll come back to that. He's just conceded 1 of the 3 deliveries. Oh, that's got to be another dot ball. Getting movement.
Rashid that is moving away from him, and again, side, rather than trying to hit with that swing, hit with the ball outside off stump through the cover region. Nepal got to capitalise on this with the spaces all around the ground.
And the finger goes up. Sanchit Sharma gets some dividend. Doesn't tight. He's conceded one, and now he picks up a wicket.
Outstanding bowling, absolutely brilliant. Dot balls, pressure building. You watch this, it's nice and full, it's swinging back, it's crashing into the stumps. Umpire, put your hand up. Rashid Khan's out for a duck. And Nepal in early trouble at 15 for 2.
Hong Kong sixes. Vivek Yadav, you got a task at hand. 4 dot balls and a single on the third.
Well, if you're going to bowl first, you want starts like this. You don't want to be chasing big totals. That is the perfect Yorker.
Now they're going to run a second there. Well, the non-striker refuses. And we've seen it all. The most economical over now in 2024 of the Hong Kong Sixers. Just 2 off it, 16 off 2. Sixteen for 2. We've had a sensational over from sensational Sanchit. Not only does he play for UAE, so does his sister. It's a family of UAE cricketers that takes the...
Well, dare I say it, a much needed outside edge. Will take him any way they can get him at the moment.
Asim has come in, and the first 2 deliveries, he's not very happy. He should start by...
Boy, that's a biggie. Nepal needing someone to ignite this innings and right there. Oh, that's right in the bread basket.
Once again, it was into his hitting arc. And the end of 33 for 2, Nepal. take a look at the last few deliveries, like the last 10. That second over from Sanchit was just tremendous. Last over yielding 17. UAE should be happy with the way things have gone.
They will be. Nepal, just a little disappointed with the way they're batting. Zahor Khan coming in right now. Can he continue the pressure from the UAE?
Cracked. Smacked. Beyond the stadium. That's a six. Gotta get to at least 100 to challenge the other team. That's into the gap between the two fielders. That's a boundary. Lokesh is changing gears.
Well, the Nepal batsmen are starting to play cricket shots rather than slogging. Just felt the early overs, especially Bebek, Lokesh and Rashid Khan, were trying to overhit the ball. And they've just gone back to the normal technique, the better technique. They're starting to get value for shots.
Also got a feeling from the last over and even first two deliveries. The bowlers are trying to rush through their overs. It's almost like they want to get this done with.
Well, that's what you've got to do as a bowler. You've got to try and rush the batsman, put them under pressure. It's up to the batsman just to say, hang on, I'm not ready yet, slow it down.
Did you like it, Ryan? When you were playing, a bowler was not really giving you the time to focus on the next delivery?
Bowlers are always playing funny games, but always you just got to give them a bit of lip back every now and again, just to put them back in their spot.
He didn't get much behind it, but it's good enough for it to go for 6. His bat turned in his hands. He didn't have that control over that shot.
It's just a better weight balance, looking to play and drive straight down the ground rather than play those cross-bat shots and take it through the mid-wicket region. That's why you get away with those mishits.
This is turning out to be an expensive over. 2 sixes, a boundary. 17 off it already. It's gonna be a wide.
Well, what will be interesting, the UAE side have used Zahor as the guy to bowl 2 overs quite often so far in this tournament, but with this over not going quite to plan, and of course we've seen one amazing over from Sachin where he bowled 1 over, 1 for 2. Is he the guy to get the second over?
Gotta be. He's a man in form. That's too easy. It was a full toss. It was tipping. And he carves it for a maximum.
This over has just given Nepal a little shining light going into the game. If they can get around 100, 110, it might be just enough against UAE with their bowling attack and the way they field.
Decent end to the over. Still expensive. 25 of it. Nepal 58 for 2. The end of 4. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today is the final day of the Hong Kong Sixers 2024. And New Zealand and England, along with India and Oman, find themselves in the bowl group. Hong Kong and South Africa, they played a plate semi-final. South Africa will meet the winner of this match. Then you got the 2 semi-finals. Australia taking on Pakistan. And Sri Lanka taking on Bangladesh. It's in the gap. A little stutter from the fielder. He wasn't too...
Okay.
Another full toss. You know what happens to full tosses here.
Everyone to subscribe.
They go for a 6. And a big one at that.
Boom. He just cannot bowl there. The Nepalese fan at the ground will be absolutely starting to go off. They feel that this innings is just starting to change. There they are. They're loving their days. The Sri Lankans are loving their days. Everyone's loving their days here at Mongkok.
Dot ball. Tell you what, we're talking about who gets the second over, and Akif Raj has already started his second over. Where does that leave Sanchit, who just conceded 2? No faith, Brad.
No face. Sanchez's just got to worry about his batting now. Can't bowl another over.
You know, I could just
Nepal
say,
जित्छ guys. नेपाल
if
जित्छ
that was
जित्छ.
in my team in hockey, you bowled the first over and I didn't bowl him the second, I wouldn't have had a chance to get up the other end without Hoggy tackling me. Say, mate, what are you doing?
And that's to put it politely. Oh, that's going. That's flying over point for another 6. He moves on to 45 of 13. Vivek Yadav.
Everyone to subscribe. Keep supporting us. Double tap.
Had a bit of a shaky start to this innings, but now he's getting in good positions. And Akif just trying to go wider rather than attack the stumps. Just lost the length, and that's just too easy for Vivek. That's one of the best shots that we've seen in this tournament.
I tell you what, he's played 22 T20s. This 45 is his highest score across. His highest score in T20s is 39. He's got 45 now. The Sixers game. But India versus Oman is the next game. Indian fans have come here to Hong Kong. Well, they've been disappointed. A little mix-up between the two batters. They get to safety. That's a little run that they managed to steal.
Yeah, talking about Vivek there, Rami Bopara in a press conference for man of the match earlier today just said it improves his batting. He said it's actually made me think of other things for batting. Vivek, this is his highest score. Hopefully he can take that into the T20 game moving forward.
Where's that going? Straight to the fielder. And that will be the end of Lokesh. 19 runs, but he falls on the 10th delivery. 75 for 3.
It's a slow delivery. Again, try and play the slog rather than a conventional shot. Just got big on him. Lokesh is out. This is not good for Nepal because his partner is just about to retire on 50, 75 for 3.
Pratish, the man with the highest number of wickets in this tournament, walks out. Little mean leg spin. And let's run onto the fielder. Only taken 1. He gets a direct hit. And they're going to steal a second.
Handy that for Nepal because it keeps Vivek on strike. Some leg spin in the last over. Needs some sixes. That was the wicket. Back of the hand, slower ball.
That might bring a huge smile on Bad Hawk's face.
Lokesh bomb. Here come Lokesh bomb. Pratish GC. Vivek Yadav.
That's Robin Uthappa gearing up for India's final game in the Sixers. They are up against Oman. That's match 6. Where's that going? Into the stands. He got the flight right, maybe not so much the length. That's gone.
Well, the ball before was a little flighted and just under the eyes of Vivek. No room to get on top of it. But this one, Tadun has darted it in on a good length, and that's just easy pickings on this pitch.
That'll be given wide. Now 85, 3 deliveries remaining to get to 100. It's the simplest thing you need to do. 3 big hits, 18 runs, you're off to 103.
They might get there in wide.
Everyone 100 cross हुन्छ 100 cross हुन्छ.
Maybe just 2 sixes and a boundary.
Well, they do need to get to 100 because that triple figure total will put just a little bit of extra pressure on the UAE.
Or would this be given a wide because the batsman did move? No, it isn't. Do you reckon that game against Bangladesh, which was a truncated game eventually because of bad light, could be playing on the minds of these UAE cricketers?
I've no doubt they would be very disappointed. You know, get to a quarter-final thinking we're playing good cricket, got very dark. They'll talk about it, they'll always be blaming something instead of going, you know what, maybe we didn't bat as well as we should have.
अघि चाहिँ हुने चान्स थियो 2टा बल 3टा बल यो 3टै 6 हानेको भयो अब चाहिँ हुँदैन.
Tournament semi-final. It's gone for 6. That's a good
It's
hit.
94 guys.
They managed to get to 94 of their
It's
6
94 guys,
overs.
94.
Vivek remains unbeaten on
You're
49.
welcome, you're welcome guys. Everyone double tap. So live stream लाई सब शेयर पनि गर्दिन. ल बलिङ हेरौँ अब बलिङ कस्तो हुँदै रहेछ. Let's see bowling guys. केटा केपी बनाउँदियो केपी ओली. रोहितको क्याप्टेन्सी त कुरै नगर यार. रोहितको क्याप्टेन्सी त कुरै नगर. रोस्ट ब्याट भन्दा नि खत्तम.
But that over from Sanchit could need the difference.
आज सन्दीप जोराको गेम बिग्रेछ केटा हो. सन्दीप जोरा.
Restricting them to a less than 100.
हेलो.
The bowlers were sensational. Sanchit was
केटा सन्दीप जोराको गेम त खत्तम भयो यार. 2टा गेममा त हिजो आज.
Getting 2 wickets for 30 just put too much pressure on Nepal up front. And Nepal just struggled to get a good total on the board.
95 is a target for UAE to win this plate semi-final and go into the finals. But Niall O'Brien is standing beside a very special guest.
कसलाई लाइभ स्ट्रिम हेर्न मन छ भने यसो मलाई मेसेज गरेर केटा हो. लाइभ स्ट्रिम तपाईहरुलाई म सिकाइदिन्छु.
We have a very high standard, and we'll continue to try to raise the bar, raise the standard for the next tournament as well. I think full credit to a lot of people, including the Cricket Hong Kong office, who have spent a lot of time ensuring the complete and unconditional success of this great tournament.
And what would be...
It's time for bowling, guys. Let's see bowling.
When you tomorrow morning, when you wake up and you reflect, what would deem it a success?
I think, frankly, by the fact that we've actually on Friday sold out completely of all tickets, which is wonderful because Friday's a working day. And even Saturday and Sunday, we've sold out most of our tickets. So the success is the fact that people appreciate the Sixers are back. The standard has gone higher. The players have come out here. They like it. The ground is magnificent. And overall, it's just been a great tournament to date.
Finally, before you leave, you want to give the national side who are in South Africa and going off to Uganda a word of good luck ahead of the World Cup qualifying tournament?
Absolutely. We've actually had to fly 3 of our players back here from South Africa. They're now going to be going off elsewhere, and I'm sure they're going to prosper and do very, very well out there. The standard cricket's improved considerably. We've had more usage of grass wickets and grounds, again, thanks to the Hong Kong government for supporting us in every way, and the MMark Fund to ensuring complete success of this tournament.
Thank you, Bergie. Great to talk to you as always.
We'll
see you next year.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks a ton to Mr. Burji Shroff for bringing one of the most iconic tournaments back for cricket fans. But India taking on Oman, match 6 in the bowl group. And India looking for that elusive win. Let's go down for the toss between the two sides.
Toss time here. India, the home side. Robbie Uthappa alongside me. Vinayak Shukla, who's having a cracking tournament. Captain of Oman. And as always, the match referee, Mr. Gandhi. Pass it to Robbie. Give her your best flick. Oh, no. We will do that one again. Flick it again. Tails is the call.
He's just a toss भइसकेपछि बल्ल गेम स्टार्ट हुन्छ
You're going to bat? Why?
अब यो टस पछि बल्ल गेम हुन्छ
So, we'll give this a go.
And you've tried everything. You've batted, you've bowled, you've kept. Are you having a good time?
Well, I wouldn't say a good time on the field besides batting, but we're hoping to get one over the line. And, we knew that our bowling was very weak.
ओके म लाइभ स्ट्रिम गरिराख्छु लेट्स सी आज फाइनल हुन्छ हङकङ सिक्सेसहरुको हेरौँ कसले जित्छ
when you don't win games, it's quite embarrassing to be very honest. So we want to get one over the line at least.
So we can expect a big performance from Team India today.
Well, we'll give it our all for sure.
Everyone do subscribe, keep supporting us. म तपाईहरुको लागि अझै पनि लाइभ स्ट्रिम गरिराख्छु नेपालको गेम भएको बेला
You're from Uttar Pradesh initially. How exciting is it for you to play against India?
Yeah, it's always exciting to play against this kind of player whom you've grown up watching on the television. So it's a great opportunity for me and my team to play against such an experienced team and get something from it.
Any nerves?
Not much, but yeah, we are nervous a bit because we have seen him playing on the television, so now it's our time to play against them. But I don't think it will be nervous for a longer period of time.
Any changes to your team?
Oh, no.
Enjoy it. India won the toss. Robbie, we've done a bit of everything. What are we going to do? We'll bat.
Well,
guys, let's see bowling.
To see an entire tournament without India winning a single game. And gentlemen, you see what's happening there. Robin Uthappa has decided enough of the bowling.
आज नेपालले जिते पनि हारे पनि आज नेपाल चाहिँ आउट हुन्छ किन हिजो श्रीलङ्कासँग नेपालले हारिसक्यो अब आज नेपाल आउट भइहाल्छ
They'll be the contributors with the bat and ball.
I've never seen Robin Uthappa bowl in the nets while I was out KKR, so I'm surprised that I'm seeing him bowl here. Khalid Shah is opening the batting. And Pratesh opening the bowling from Nepal. He has
Here come Pratish DC guys. सबैभन्दा धेरै विकेट लिने प्लेयर हो आजसम्मको हङकङ सिक्सेसमा. Let's see. हेरौँ अब के गर्छ. Everyone double tap, लाइभलाई शेयर गरिदिनु.
95 is the target for UAE. That's terrific shot to get up the mark.
First ball नै चौका गरिसक्यो guys.
Nice shot. Use the pace. Just run it down to third man, easy as you like. But he is a very good prospect for Nepal, this young boy. I know you're a big fan of him, Brad Hogg.
Very big fan, just slightly got that wrong. But one thing I liked about his batting there is he just glided that to the open vacant space behind point, whereas the Nepal batsmen were trying to hoik that type of delivery over the leg side. All of a sudden, UAE have got Pratish on the back foot.
They scamper for a single. The wicketkeeper
आज UAE को चान्स धेरै छ. अर्को चौका गइसक्यो.
The ball and the keeper were running behind the ball. It had enough to get to the boundary.
Well, I wonder if this is going to bring about a field change, because currently there's 3 fielders on the leg side for Nepal and just one on the offside who's quite straight, a bit off. So maybe
Okay, आज सन्डे जोडाको गेम एकदमै खत्तम देख्यो हिजो आज.
that Pratish has, that they can square that man on the offside and put him in more of a point region.
There's only one fielder on the offside, ain't it, Brian?
They've just moved the mid-off out to that point region, as Ryan was just saying, and that's why Ryan was a good leader. He reads the game.
He's the current coach of Durham.
केटा सास रहन्छ लास्ट हुनुपर्छ यार त्यही भएर हारे नसोच अहिले लेट्स होप राम्रो होस् ओफो
They try to steal another single.
It's not over, bro.
Just
Let's
a change
see.
in the field has made a change in Asif's approach, and you just saw him there just practicing where he's going to hit the ball. But this is Pratisha's 3 wickets against Australia. Sensational bowling. This was an absolute beauty to get the captain out there, Christian. And watch out for the next one. Alex Ross, the Yorker. Normally the sweep bowler just sweeps that, but didn't want to take on the quickness of Ritesh.
He took 3 against Australia. He's got the most wickets in this tournament. 6 in total. But he gets a 6 off the bat of Asif. 14. UAE chasing 95.
A magnificent shot. Got the length wrong. We've seen that all tournament. You both step in here, it is going to end up on the wrong side of the rope for a bowler. Just had to be at the 506 of the tournament was off the bowler who's taken the most wickets. Ladies and gentlemen, 506s in a span of 3 days.
Wherever there's chocolates, there's always boiled lollies as well.
That's 3,000 runs of just 6s. Also, maybe 500 balls that were lost. That's gone again. It's Brian Lara's highest score in first-class cricket, 501. That's the number of 6s we've seen over 3 days. 20 for no loss, 2 6s back-to-back.
Asif just can hit the ball so hard. Not a lot of elevation on that one. Smashes into our 10. Looking after all our support staff. Dangerous start for Nepal.
Final delivery for Pratish. This over, he's already given away 20 runs. Did have that 1-dot delivery. Finished strong now. No, he won't. That's as straight as it can be. 3rd consecutive 6. What a start for the captain and UAE. 26 for no loss at the end of the first over. This has been a dream start for UAE. They managed to restrict Nepal to a less than 100. 26 already in the first over. Khalid gets set to take strike. And it's Rashid Khan. This one's a fast bowler. The spinner. This one is from Nepal.
Just a little nervous with Rashid Khan. Just making sure he's got the field where he wants it.
Let's cut to point. Brings back Asif. We did manage to catch up with Asif at this tournament.
इसमें तो ये जो इन्होंने चेंजिंग किया पहले मेरे ख्याल 33 रन पे प्लेयर डिक्लेयर हो जाता तो अभी इन्होंने उसको थोड़ा अबव किया 50 पे जाकर डिक्लेयर तो ये थोड़ा सा एक्साइटेड है क्योंकि हम तो दुबई में ज्यादा T10 और T20 ही खेलते हैं तो ये फॉर्मेट जो है हमें सूट करता है.
It's just pertinent, right? They play a lot of T10, they play a lot of T20, and you crunch it down to 6 overs. This suits them a lot. And Asif is having a ball right now. He's scored 26, Rad. UAE need this win. They want to get into that final of the plates.
Well, both teams do. Asif Khan, 26. So far, 3 sixes. He's only faced 7 balls. Absolutely dominating Nepal, but he dominated the best bowler of the tournament in Pratesh.
Well, come back to Asif, and that's once again just falls short of the fielder. This has been a good over. Only 2 coming off it, but that was the first over. Boy, was Asif absolutely smashing it.
The thing I like about the batting in that over was that he just used the ball going across him, accessing that offside through the backward point where there are no fielders with 2 conventional shots. And when that changed the field, he changed his approach as well.
Well, Asif won the ILT20 title with MI Emirates this year. He's also got the record for the 5th fastest ODI 100 of all time, of 41 deliveries. And whom did it come against? Nepal.
Now I'm going to put you to the test. Have a look at Asif's back lift. Who does it remind you of?
Misbah ul Haq from Pakistan. There's that very languid rocking back. They got 29. What a terrific over this has been from Rashid. 3 runs coming off it. Sanchit had 2 runs conceded off his 1 over, and that is well adjusted. Goes down to 3rd for another boundary.
Good batting, struggling to find the boundaries. UAE 33 for naught.
For the Indian fans, the news from Hong Kong is that buildup has won the toss. He's going to be the wicketkeeper. He's not bowling, and India are going to bat first. The final game of this tournament. They've been winless. They're looking for that first win on Lokesh Bahadur. 7 coming off that last over after what was just a belligerent start from Asif Khan. He's got him between the legs.
Good start. Good start. Just starting to drag back in after that first over. Nepal dragging this game back towards their way.
Too many dot deliveries, especially in that previous over. They're taking the pace off the ball, Hoggy. And they're making the batter struggle.
It's just been good bowling too. They're varying their lengths and just backing that variety to try and bamboozle the UAE batsmen. Taking a little bit of a risk. They have to take that risk, really, to try and get themselves back into the game.
Remember, this is day 3 of this tournament. You had few pitches. That's another dot delivery.
Just noticing with Asif, even against Rashid Khan the over before, he was trying to overhit it. He was trying to slog, not bat like he was in the first over, where he's just batting beautifully, conventional cricket shots. Get back to your conventional cricket shots, Asif, and there it is. You play properly, you get value.
Well, when the ball doesn't pitch, it's on the ground. 6 number 503. And Asif Khan moves on to 37 of just his 12 deliveries. That's the 4th 6. Go alongside those 3 boundaries that he has hit. That's not a great ball. And Asif Khan once again is brutal. He's dealing in 6s.
Yeah, he is. I'm just going to say, I'm going to suggest he should be bowling over the wicket. He has such a unique swing that you're actually bowling around the wicket. You're almost serving it straight into where he wants it.
That's gone as well. Close to where the commentary box is. That's 3 6s in succession. 52 for no loss of 3. Now Asif Khan, another 6. And then retire. UAE currently chasing 95. Need 43 more runs of their 3 overs. And Rashid starts off with a wide. He's already bowled an over.
Good move here by Nepal. You've got your best bowler of the day bowling the second over straight up. While he's fresh, keen, and your team are on the back foot, you've got to make that move.
Robert Tapa getting a little warm up. And that's another 6. First from the bat of Khalid. He joins his captain in this party.
Excellent shot. Just waiting on the back foot. Short arm jolt. Momentum right in the UAE's way now.
Just to remind everyone, the winner of this game will take on South Africa in the plate final. And the loser goes home. That's a 6.
I feel we just hit the repeat button. Same ball, same result, same shot, bang. Exactly the same.
It's not looking promising for Nepal. They've not managed to pick up a wicket. And Asif and Khalid, they're just going bang bang. They've already got 65 on the board. 30 required of 2.4 overs. That was a brilliant shot, but it finds the fielder. First wicket for Rashid and for Nepal.
Or rather than going the shorter length, gone the fuller length, looking for the Yorker, looking to hit the batsman on the toe. Not quite getting it where he wanted to, but it was just enough to not allow Khalid to get under it and put it over the fence. Khalid out for 15, UAE 65 for 1.
Ansh Tandon Walks in to join the captain, who's been stranded on 49 for a while now. 49 of 14 for Asif. 13 have come off this over. Included those 2 sixes. Khalid now can Anshtandan join his captain and take UAE to the final. Oh, that was close. Overthrows. And who would have thought that would go for 4 runs at the boundary?
Not exactly what Nepal needed, that's for sure. It bowled a good ball. It's a chance for a run out. Would have been out, could have been out, but unfortunately the throw was so wide the wicket had no chance to change direction.
Can't scream at the wicketkeeper if he's captain. And the captain unfortunately couldn't get to it. And not much of an effort. Anshtandan is off the mark with a boundary and will be credited to him. This is an expensive over, in spite of the fact that there has been a wicket. It's a dot. A little puff of dust. The ball landed on that surface.
Well, I know we spoke at the start of play about the wicket, and it has been magnificent. This is the second day, and I just wonder a little bit later on as we keep playing, will it start to spin a little bit more? Will there be a little bit of, I guess, up and down bounce? Not a lot, but just a little bit to give the bowlers some hope.
And we don't have a scorching sun today, but a nice bright sunshine. It was a little overcast in the morning. And Hoggy, what's that going to do? Is it going to get easier for the batters? Or will the spinners come into play as the day progresses?
I'm just going to get my crystal ball out. I don't think the wicket's going to deteriorate too much. I think we're going to see plenty more sixes later on today. But if you've got bowling like that, where it's a little full under the nose of the batsman on the toes, it's going to be very difficult for that art to deliver it. UAE 70 for 1.
Stuart Binney going through his warm-up, and who can forget his last tour as Shionix against UAE. Hit quite a few sixes, and then they fell short by just that much.
Yeah, just both offside and leg side. When Stuart Binney's hitting through that cover region and over the top, you know that he is in top-notch form. And then as the innings went on, started to find the leg side with the cover side as well. Good all-round cricketer, Stewie Binney.
India found themselves in the same pool as Pakistan and UAE. And because of that win, UAE progressed to the quarterfinals, where they eventually lost to Bangladesh. And now they're up against Nepal. Could have been a completely different story for the Indian team and the Indian fans. And Robin Uthappa, well, he'll be angry with the way things have gone. But maybe happier that he's not going to bowl today. Like it's final game. Let me do what I do best.
It's good bowling. Tandon's come in and he's faced a lot of dots. Remembering he's 5 from 4, but 4 of those were handed to him with overthrow. So theoretically, he could have been none from 4 at this present point.
India in action up against Oman. That's the next game, and there are quite a few Indian fans who are here in attendance to get a glimpse of their favorite heroes. That is a freebie. It's a send to the boundary. That's a 6. It's been 9 deliveries that Asif has been kept off strike.
Looking for the Yorker, looking for the toes, not quite getting it and punished. But one thing I'm loving about Vivek, it's a tough situation. The aggression, the way he marked his run out. He just meant business. He wanted the ball in his hand. He wanted this tough contest.
Finds the fielder there, who did well run and get to the ball. And now, after 10 deliveries almost, 49, Asif. Could be the final delivery for him. He'll have to retire. Take a look at that strike rate. 6 sixes. Strike rate at 350. He's been off the crease for a while. Where's this going, Ryan?
I'm going to put my money on over mid-off for 6.
And it goes over mid-off for 6. We got a fortune teller here. Ryan Campbell predicted it. It sailed over mid-off. Asif Khan retires with 55. And he's taken his team, UAE, brink of victory. It's massive. That's right in his slot.
Yeah, 100%. He loves them there. Brilliant innings. Absolute brilliant innings. 55 from just 14 balls.
Sanchit Sharma, the new man in. Very economical with the ball. Comes in when his team needs 11 runs for victory to get into the plate finals. Gets a single. Brings back Ansh Tandon on strike.
I'd love to see a dot ball here, Hoggy. Just to take it into the last over with. I know it sounds like it's only 10, but still a little bit of pressure on if that happens.
Oh, he loses the ball. Could have been a run out. But it's gonna come down to the final over now. UAE need 9 of 6. And Vinayak Shukla, boy from UP, is now the captain of Oman. And he's up against his homeland, India. That's being led by Robin Uthappa. India looking for that first victory. But here in this plate semi-final, 86, 9 required of the final over. The responsibility has been given to Dipendra Rawat. A little spin. What do you make of this decision, Brad Hogg?
Well, can't do anything else. He's the only bowler, or the only player that can bowl the over. But left arm spin, I think it's good out the end. 9 runs off 6 balls. Batsman will be thinking, right, there's going to be one ball where I can put away to the fence. But is he prepared to take the single? That's the other thing. Or is he going to try and overhit it? I'm going to back the spinner in here.
Just a little whoa from Ryan. Right. Here comes the first delivery. And it bisects the fielders. The pressure's off. It's a boundary. Equation's down to 5 or 5.
I didn't tell you which spinner I'm backing in because Tandon bowled leg spin.
It's a big call defending 9 off the last over. I love it though, Hoggy. You're always looking after the brotherhood.
It's a code that they live by. And that'll be the end of the game. 2 balls. First a boundary, then a 6. But UAE have to thank their captain, who smashed it all over the park for a brilliant 50. And UAE get to 96. And they win by 5 wickets. They'll meet South Africa now in the plate final of the Hong Kong Sixes. UAE's chase was led by their captain Asif, who was absolutely brutal. 55 of just 15.
Yeah, absolutely. He really led the way for the UAE. Gave Nepal absolutely no chance to defend this. As you'll see here, lots of massive sixes down the ground. So powerful in that area. If you miss by a fraction, he was all over you.
One thing you don't see in these highlights were the 2 falls that he hit off the first over. Just elegant glides using the base and the angle early on, but he was just dynamite. Finished off beautifully. And the Nepal bowlers, Pratish, finally getting a little bit of a hammering. He's been the best bowler of the tournament, but not for today. Rashid Khan and Lokesh, they all struggled, but it was UAE who are way too good for Nepal.
UAE make it to the finals now for the fleet, and it'll be South Africa in that big final against UAE, but it's India taking on Oman. But here's the information for you. That final is at 3:40 p.m. Hong Kong time. But now, India, who won the toss and have chosen to bat first, start proceedings. That's how the toss panned out. Little wavered from Robin. And I'll hand it over now to Abhishek Jhunjhunwala and Niall O'Brien.
Thanks. And we look at the teams. Robin again leading. Bharat Chipli, Kedar, Shrivas Goswami, Vinny and Nadeem. It's an unchanged team for India. For Oman, Vinayak Shukla has been in terrific form. Zakaria Islam. And plenty of talent in that Oman squad as well. Robin Thappa out there. And alongside him, Bharat Chipli, who's batted really well so far. And India choosing to bat finally. That the bowling is going to be biggest issue. And Hussain Shah is going to start proceedings for Oman with the ball. And I've got Niall O'Brien alongside me now.
Good morning. This is well, it's an opportunity. Let's call it an opportunity for India to redeem themselves. Very interesting talking to Ravi Uthappa at the toss. He said it's been embarrassing. He was very open and he was very frank. He said his team's performances have been embarrassing. So it's nice to hear a captain be so open and honest.
Yeah, he's been vocal about it and he's been very honest, as he said. And it has been embarrassing because they haven't won a single game so far and they would want to finish the tournament at least by 1 win. Nicely played. The slower delivery, gaps all around the park. Just opened the blade for the first boundary.
Yeah, and I like to see him at the top of the order as well. I know that he's made a few changes. He's slipped down to number 3. He's had a bowl that just didn't work out. And India are the only side in this year's Hong Kong Sixes to not win a game yet, which is surprising.
away. There is protection in the deep. A big opportunity for Oman. Speaking to the captain and some of the players. Vinayak Shukla, the captain from Uttar Pradesh. So an opportunity for him to come up against players that he's watched on the TV for a long time.
And also the fact that the trend was broken in the last game, wasn't it? With a side chasing down a total. So all of a sudden, that little psyche in your mind, don't worry about that, like that. Look at that. Beautiful piece of bowling, good aggression from Hasnain.
Well, we haven't got a speed gun, but I reckon that's 135, 137 k's, so that's good pace. But more importantly, as you rightly say, Corky, the aggressive intent.
Bharat Chipli was not expecting a bouncer, the way he played that one.
Well, I'm not sure. Was he given one for the over? If not, guess what? Go again. Give him another one.
Actually swung back. That wasn't that far away from just clipping Chipley on the left ankle. He just looked to leave and it actually swung very late.
Yeah, the earlier one was at his nose, and the next one going to the toes with the Yorker, just marginally missing. A hint of swing